All right, a few days ago, you had this news, I think 2 or 4 days ago, um, that what is that? India is the fourth largest economy, $4 trillion economy. NITI Ayog CEO claiming, citing IMF data. All this sounds amazing. It's like, oh wow, and people, especially our Indians, very happy. And well, I'm sorry to say that if the information was true and if it was correct and if it was worthwhile, I'd be celebrating with you. But when the information is misleading, then I think you really need to look into it. Now, I'm going to give you a few facts. Feel free to tell me where I'm wrong. Okay, I invite you to tell me where I'm wrong because many of you say fake news or false information. All right. So now India's economy is headed towards a 4 trillion economy. Okay, reportedly overtaking Japan. That is what was said by. And he also stated world's fourth largest nominal GDP according to IMF and NITI Ayog. Yeah. Okay. Now I'll tell you where it is a misleading number and where it's a stupid piece of information. India's total income is that 4 trillion economy is divided between 1.4 billion people. So you have 4 trillion divided by 1.4 billion. While you're talking of Japan, Japan's trillion-dollar economy is divided into 124 million, not billion. So you need to have million, maybe 10 times to make it a billion. All right. So that is number one. So India's economy is divided, the economy is divided for 1.4 billion people. Japan's is 124 million. So the GDP, capital GDP, that is average income per person in India becomes very less. In India, it is around 2,500 US dollars, which is supposed to be the average income per GDP. But actually, the average Indian is earning $300. And I'll tell you, I didn't believe this until after I created my WhatsApp groups and I started interacting with a lot of youngsters. And very, not only youngsters, 30, 40-year-olds, they are earning per month, some of them, what I'm earning in a day. And, this is not to brag. I really asked them, like, how do you manage, man? How do you pay, transport, electricity, water, rent, or food, and, basic expense? How do you manage? So, and then Japan, here, India is $2,500, while an average Indian earns $300 per month. Japan was earning the GDP of $2,500 50 years ago. Today, it is 14 times more. That means the GDP per individual is $34,000. So India is $2,500, Japan is $34,000. Okay. And if you compare it with China, India's GDP is, $2,500 per person. China is 12,500. Let that sink in. China is equally populated like India, but China is 12,500, India is 2,500. Okay, see the difference. Global ranking. India, even though ranks fourth globally in overall economic size, fourth, okay? In GDP capital, it is 163rd. Wealth inequality. Only 1% of India, the 1% of India hold more than 40% of the entire nation's wealth. Those rich guys who we see, and we are proud of, oh, look at these, the visionary Reliance or Ambani's or whatever. 1% hold 40%, and that Adani, best friend of Modi. While 90% of our Indians earn less than 25,000 Indian rupees or 300 per month. That's their salary. Let that sink in. In fact, some of the studies show that the current state of inequality in India is worse than it was under British Raj. It's unbelievable, man. See, all our Indian, and I know what you'll say. Nehru is to blame. The Mughal Empire is to blame. The Muslims are to blame. Except Modi. Okay, except Modi, except Good things, Modi has done it, BJP has done it. Bad things, Congress, Nehru, the Mughals, the Muslims. Oh, yeah, and don't forget the Islamists. And yeah, many of you asked me this question. Yeah, my channel is sponsored by Qatar, Saudi, Muslim terrorists, Khalistan, Pakistan. They're all sponsoring my channel. They pay me millions of dollars to say this. Okay. Um, on a serious note, if you can live in a land of delusion, but you need to be honest with yourself. And if you're honest and if you admit to your mistakes, that's the first sign of growth. And it's like these headlines are misleading, and people inflate their chest and feel like, oh, we're macho. In fact, these are the additional points which I also managed to get. The HDI, that is Human Development Index, Japan ranks in the top 20 globally. Okay, with exceptional educational provisions, healthcare is state of the art, and living standards very, very high. India ranks among the lowest, around 130 to 135. The quality of education in many places is outdated. Healthcare is literally non-existent. Many people said, "Oh, lakhs of rupees, I get free treatment." There's only one guy. I don't know. I've not heard any other Indian who has told me that he gets lakhs of rupees or hundreds of thousands of rupees worth of free treatment. And quality of life is miserable. Just have a look at some of the videos of, especially when the flood came in Mumbai, all the garbage is floating around. Look at a photograph of India, look at a photograph of Japan. Okay, stop bullshitting. Seriously, stop. Get your head out of your ass. That's what I would say. The quality of infrastructure, Japan boasts of the world's best infrastructure, high speed rail, public transport, modern airports, well maintained roads across the country. India, okay, you have a couple of fast trains and metro and all that, but still, universal access is very poor. In fact, forget the quality infrastructure. Toilets. There are hardly toilets for people. In fact, I saw that TED talk where an Indian was presenting. It seems 60 or 70% of all the pooping, shitting on the streets is done by India. A very big majority. Indians only do that. And even if they open a toilet to defecate, people are not going to the toilet. They are defecating are on the floor of that whole place. I've seen a disgusting video. It was too disgusting to share. Too disgusting. It was in Delhi. Imagine they have a toilet where you have a toilet seat and you can be there, but they're not defecating there. They're defecating outside and on the floor near the wash basin. It's so disgusting. And for these trains, there have been so many accidents where you have seen people throwing stones, rocks, just for online clout. Many of them even take photographs, which some of them have cost their lives. The train hitting them just for clout on TikTok. And then I've seen videos where cows get hit by a train and it just bursts, because the train is moving at such a fast pace. Then technological advancement. The global R&D is Japan. Patent filing, robotics, advanced manufacturing, technological innovation. It's without a doubt. Okay. While India has very good IT services and software services and development, and US and all these Western countries take the use of Indian manpower, the overall innovative ecosystem and cutting edge R&D is far behind. And understand this much before you start bragging and boasting about all the Western countries come to India and give it IT jobs. Yeah, because you're charging less, you're cheap. I'm sorry, but this is what it is. Person in the West will charge maybe 5 times, 6 times. All these countries like Vietnam and third world countries, it's because they charge maybe a dollar for maybe a whole day of work, while they're or dollar per hour. I'm just saying. In United States, let's say, in EU and all that, you have minimum wage maybe $15 or 25 or $35. So where is $15? Let's say $15, and where is $1 per hour? Okay. Then healthcare and life expectancy. Japan has one of the highest life expectancies globally, and highly efficient, accessible, and high quality healthcare system. India faces immense challenge of providing universal healthcare access with disparities in health outcomes, public health, infrastructure, life expectancy. For example, there is this controversial statement about uh, during COVID, which Prime Minister Modi, he never revealed the data of how many people died and how many people, didn't get provided medical attention. He just shut down the whole country in just 1 2 days. I mean, and people were actually walking for hundreds of kilometers. If you still remember the video, and remember how Modi was saying, beat the utensils and drive COVID away, and then you had the embarrassment of people drinking cow urine. That's only India. Do you think Japan would drink urine to heal COVID? Come on, man. And yeah, banging utensils, kitchen utensils to. Don't tell me that you don't know about this. All right. Environmental quality and sustainability. Japan, being industrialized, has strong environmental regulations. India doesn't have any. And focus on sustainability, green technology, clean energy. India, even though it does have some bit of air, water pollution, waste management, but generally it is a whole mess. Simple. Kumbh Mela. People are defecating, pissing, shitting, urinating in that holy water, and then people are having bath and dipping them, and some people are even drinking that same water. It was so disgusting. And there are many industrial companies which dump very serious, very dangerous and toxic chemicals in the water. I remember seeing a video of, I don't know, the holy Gangas or Yamuna River, and there was this toxic foam that was there, and everyone's having bath in the foam thinking it is like shampoo or soap. And those are chemicals. Stupid. And social security and welfare system. Japan has a robust social security net, unemployment benefits, pension systems with a high degree of economic security for its citizens. India, though, has like welfare systems, like, if you invest in, let's say, LIC or, some government backed bonds or, instruments that they offer you, the majority of the population lacks any kind of social security, and forget unemployment benefits. There's no such thing. All right. So overall, what I want to tell you is I don't know, it's just, they just want to tell you, hey, our dick is so big, hey, look at it, we are the number one in the world. And yeah, you can be the fourth largest in terms of economy, but what is the benefit to the people? 1.4 billion. How many? You're still earning less than $300 on an average, 90% of the population. Then what are you talking about? India is going to be a trillion economy. Yeah, they are focused on putting things on the moon, which is fine. Okay. But when the majority of, especially even the youth, they don't have jobs, they are unemployed, their education has no value, they are on the streets. And what are you bloating and gloating and boasting about here? Anyway, I wanted to share this with you. Let me, even this guy, BVR Subramaniam, that he also said, no, Dr. Subramaniam, he also said, and this guy, one Subramaniam, CEO of India's state-run think tank, also said, oh, we are the fourth largest. Shut your pie hole, yeah. And yeah, another thing, don't forget, is the inflation, which is crippling so many people, middle class families. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts if you think I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, tell me specifically where. So maybe I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I'll read it, I'll verify, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. All right. Let me know your thoughts. Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. Take care.